Welcome back to Tribe Talk, presented by Truist. With us, a very special guest, William & Mary alum Mark Duffner. Coach Duffner is the senior defensive assistant for a team called the Cincinnati Bengals. A pretty big game coming up this Sunday. Yeah, he's a senior defensive assistant coach for the Super Bowl team. Coach, first of all, I know you're incredibly busy right now. Thanks for your time.
Well, shoot, Jay, thank you for having me on. I love William & Mary, and to have a chance to visit with you, I'm honored to do.
You know, let's go back a few years. You played at William & Mary. You were recruited by Coach Holtz. Is that correct?
That's correct. Coach Holtz was the head coach when I arrived, and Bobby Ross was my recruiting coach. And how blessed was I to have an opportunity to be around them.
Well, obviously, you learned a little something. You've had 25 years in the National Football League. Prior to that, you were a coach at Holy Cross in Maryland. I remember a game where you brought a Holy Cross team into Williamsburg on a rainy Saturday afternoon. It was homecoming. You had an All-American named Gordy Lockbaum, and can you tell us the rest of the story?
Well, I can tell you that that was a daunting task that we had. William & Mary had a great football team at that time, too, highly ranked, and I think they were just beating Virginia the week before. We're coming in for homecoming, a team led by Kenny Lambiot at quarterback and Michael Clemens pinball, the great running back. And so we had our hands full, but we had a great crowd that day. We had probably, I think we had about 17,000 at the game in lieu of the rain. But it was a great contest and an outstanding ball club that we played against at William & Mary.
Coach, I understand that was your first time to ever come back for homecoming because you've been coaching since that point, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I drew that straw. I mean, to come in and play against that team, and it was the first time I'd be able to come back. I was saying, oh, my Lord, I'm going to need every bit of help we can get. But really was a great experience for me, and I cherish it very much.
So, Coach, a lot of things to talk to you about, not particularly the game, but, you know, every year I marvel and I look if there's something William & Mary-ish, if you will, about the two Super Bowl teams. And almost every year, there's somebody on that staff or in the front office that is affiliated with William & Mary. Any ideas to why that is?
That's a great question, Jay, but boy, I'm sure proud of that heritage. When you look at the NFL right now, no greater coach than Mike Tomlin over at Pittsburgh, who we have to face all the time, but a great coach and done a terrific job. Sean McDermott, what he's done at Buffalo, Alan Williams, who just got the coordinator's job at the Chicago Bears. Ivan Fears, who's had a tremendous run at the Patriots. I mean, there's Kevin Rogers is up at Cleveland right now, is a great coach. I mean, so Rip Shear had just retired. I mean, there's tons of our people. Joe Brady, the success that he's had. I mean, on and on and on. And it's amazing to me. You know, they talk sometimes about Miami of Ohio being the cradle of coaches. I'm certain to brag about the fact that I think it's in Williamsburg, Virginia, William & Mary, where we are. And, you know, you can talk about the Dan Hennings and the people long before that great heritage. And not alone my high school coach, Bob Hartage, a legend, and got me really, to pursue the coaching profession. So thank God for William & Mary.
You know, there's the academic part of William & Mary, and I've talked to former student athletes like yourself who graduated. That time management is so important when you go to an institution like William & Mary and play Division I sports. Well,
there's no doubt, and to be frank with you, I'm very proud of that schedule that we had to have as student athletes there, and to compete in the classroom and play at a major college. It's helped prepare me personally for the organizational skills and details that you have to have as both a collegiate coach, which I did for 22 years, or a pro coach, which I've had the privilege to do for 25. So I owe a ton to the college for the total experience I got there.
Mark Duffner, who is a senior defensive assistant for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been in the National Football League for 25 years. So what's the game plan, Coach? Can you give us in a little bit on how you're going to stop Matthew Stafford and company?
Well, I'll tell you, if we could get 12 or 13 on the field, that would help us to start. But no, they're a very talented team, and again, it's going to come down to really how we play. How if we can protect the football, if we can get the ball off of them, if we can not allow this quarterback who's very talented to extend plays, and they've got this guy named Cooper Kupp, who's a pretty doggone good receiver. Odell Beckham and company. They got plenty of weapons. And so, we're going to have to be obviously at the top of our game and again, be consistent in what we do in execution.
On a personal note, I know you kind of quote unquote compete against Kevin Rogers, who's got your same position with the Cleveland Browns, obviously in the same division. Do you all talk much during the season or otherwise?
Oh, we do. We don't talk too much ball because of the fact, we're trying to protect each club. But he's a brother of mine. I mean, I love him, and he's been just a great friend of mine throughout my life. And so we talk about a lot of things, and it's sure great to have him back in the league. He's a tremendous coach, and he'd have been the last guy, I'm going to say this to you, that I thought would be an offensive coordinator and quarterback coach because he was such a strong, dominant linebacker, and he was kind of a high-strung dude when we were playing. But my God, the career he's had tutoring quarterbacks and running offenses, I mean, he's as good as anybody in the country. So I'm very proud of him and happy for him.
Well, Coach Duffner, I'm sure you'll have Tribe Nation pulling for the Cincinnati Bengals now this coming Sunday. But thank you very much for being our guest. Let's not be a stranger, and maybe you can make it back in a few years to another Tribe homecoming football game.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I've missed a number of great times missing those homecoming opportunities, and I look forward to doing them in the future. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.